the best gosh darn DSLRs for no money, in my opinion. Let's have a look. Let's check it out. Side note, please stop spending all of your hard-earned cash on expensive eBay finds, on expensive shop finds, when you can simply browse online, thrift shops, goodwillfinds.com, check out this deal. 2 DSLRs, 1 lens, $77.62 gosh darn cents. Let's have a look at this deal, you guys. It's a great deal, but more than that, these are actually awesome cameras. These are actually keepers, winners, and ones you should really consider. Let's have a look. Yes, Goodwill had a 50% off deal, so I grabbed this Canon XSI or 450D. It came with a charger, and that saved me that $11 and another $10 for the battery. So all in all, this camera cost me about $30 with a battery and with a charger. That is a great deal. Goodwillfinds.com, you guys. Wait for those sales and then grab those DSLRs. Now this, the Canon Rebel XSI, is awesome. I love it. I buy and sell them all the time. This has an 8 gig SD card in it, another $10. So all in, this camera so far has cost me around about $20. The LCD screen on the back is wonderful. That's a 3-inch LCD, and this camera works, and this battery is charged, and it comes with a strap. Let's look more into the XSI. Now, I am not going to ditch this strap. I will keep it in my collection for when I sell other cameras on eBay, but I do love those Peak Design hubs. I like the fact that I can interchange my strap with other cameras and have one strap for multiple cameras, because I have multiple camera bodies. So the 450D, the Rebel XSI, has a 12.2 megapixel CMOS sensor. Now, that 3.0 LCD screen is amazing. 9-point autofocus. And here you can see I've adapted my Leica 135 beautiful lens to take portraits. It's easy to do that EF-S or that EF lens adapter for Nikon lenses, whatever you've got. Don't go spending all your money on new glass if you can just adapt your current glass. Now, this beautiful camera takes EF-S and EF lenses, but I don't have many of those. That's why I put my beautiful Leica Elmarit 135 lens on this beautiful camera. Now, here we go. Here's the other camera I got in the deal. You guessed it. It's a Nikon, because I love Nikon. This is the Nikon d50, and yes, it came with a lens. Let's have a look. Let's dive in. Now, the Canon was the reason I went for the deal, but I also needed a kit lens for my newly purchased 3100. Now, the kit lens can be upwards of $100, but this deal with this Nikon D50 ended up being 30 bucks. Now, I can resell this beautiful D50, but I love it, so I'm going to keep it as a backup. Now, this beautiful Nikon kit lens, this was the reason that I made this deal. It's an AFS Nikon DX zoom kit lens. Now, bearing in mind that these can be very expensive, so this is the way to do these deals on these lenses. And hey, you get a free camera and a free battery pack, so you're winning. Now, the D50 was one of the OG Nikon DSLRs. 6.1 entry-level megapixel camera released in June of 2005, and it ran until 2006. Very short lifespan, but these have CCD sensors, and they're very, very indicative of the old Nikon SLRs. If you've ever shot a N80, this feels the same. And this one came with this beautiful aftermarket battery pack, which is probably worth a tenner, but who cares? It prolongs that battery life and gets me in the field longer. It's a beautiful camera. Let's have a closer look. I tend to use the lower gigabyte SD cards for these older DSLR cameras. Now, this is 2 gig. I use 2 to 4, and instantly you see this camera fire up. I love the dual wheels that you get, and the focus is pretty good. Not many focus points on these OG Nikons, but it's enough to capture what I need. And the LCD screen at the top gives me all the information I need. It's basic, but it's fine. I can't really check my focusing too much with the rear LCD, but it does the job, and it gets me what I need. It's better than an SLR. Not as good as a modern DSLR. All in all, the build quality is fantastic on these older Nikon DSLRs. It's a bit like a potato, not as nice as the Canon to shoot, but with a retail on the street these days of around 50 bucks and another 100 bucks for the lens, this was a good deal. I love it.